the past 2 years, and what gives me hope amidst the grim picture of inaccessibility to opportunities is the aspirations that we as young people hold. We're no longer simply seeking for 9 to 5 jobs, is what I think. Instead, most of us are looking to find meaning and credible learning, whether it's a desk job or a dynamic fieldwork space. An employment that compensates us fairly for our effort, provides good working conditions and learning opportunities to grow in our careers is what we want. In this context, I feel like apprenticeship is a great way to bridge the gap between education and employment. I've always wondered about how apprenticeship scheme can create a stronger value proposition for young people. Therefore, working along with an esteemed working group, which is brought together by Yuva, has been very fruitful for me. Together, the stakeholders from the government, private, and non-governmental sectors, all of us together charted out a strategy to promote apprenticeship and its prospects for the youth. At this candidate awareness session, which is a crucial part of our collaborative initiative, I implore you all to think about the learning opportunities, the skills, and the exposure that apprenticeship can provide. I'm sure we all have a lot of questions about apprenticeship, so we hope that you get all of them answered today. Thank you very much, and I would now like to hand over to Dhananjay, who will take forward the session. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon to all the dignitaries and dear participant who is watching from us from the YouTube channel. So we'll start with our brief agenda. So this is kind of a interacting session. We have to ask some question and you have to answer some questions. There will be an intellectual interesting topic is going over here. We'll start with the introduction of apprenticeship and apprenticeship overview and what is the benefits of the students, and apprenticeship embedded degree program, followed by the role play and the industry expert talk also, and we'll end with the question answer session. So dear participants, are you searching for a job and you also want to learn something while you are earning? Yes, this is the session for you. If you want to learn and earn something while you are working, this session is for you. I am Dhananjay, welcoming you all the participants to here for an apprenticeship awareness session.
Hi, I am Nirad Barunai. I am from Ramcharan. I will be a role play part with Dhananjay ji. So hope we will have a nice discussion, and thanks to be here.
Thank you, Niraj. So, Niraj, are you interested for a game?
Game? Wow. Is it PUBG or it's a football? I'm really interested to play a game.
No, Niraj. It's not an outdoor session we are going through. So this is kind of a game where you have to just guess the picture. And dear participants, so who is watching from the YouTube channel, you can also guess the picture. Right? It is very interesting section. You have to just interact. If you want to guess the answer, you have to just text us in our YouTube chat box. Here is your first picture in front of you. Nirod, can you just guess this picture?
Yeah, there is a letter S. I'm seeing a letter S. I think it's a symbol for Superman.
Oh, I think you are in just exciting mode, Nirod. Can you just see our YouTube channel chat box? What our participants replied?
Yeah, there are. Okay, let me check. So we have a lot of responses. Uday is saying Suzuki, and someone saying Maruti Suzuki. Is it?
Yes. This is Maruti Suzuki. Who is the candidate who is replied with a good answer? What is the name of the candidate?
Uday.
Thank you, Uday. You congratulate you got the right answer. This is Maruti Suzuki. Did you know the fact behind this Maruti Suzuki and the sector still behind this Maruti Suzuki? So Maruti Suzuki daily production rate is approximately 7,000 units of car in a single day. So, dear participant, can you imagine the opportunity behind this this sector? The sector deals with automotive. So here we have a lots of opportunity behind this sector, right? So in the automobile sector, you have a manufacturing technician, machine operator, quality check technician. This kind of job opportunity is also available in this sector. So who the people who are really interested to learn something while they are during the period of earning, so they can go for this automobile sector who are really interested for the automobile sector. Nirod and dear participants, we can go for our next question.
Yeah, we are excited.
So can you just guess this picture?
It is vaccine, the first dose and second dose of my vaccine. I saw this in a vaccination center. Is it?
Yeah. So Nirod, the thing is that every syringes or every injection has not signified the vaccine. So I think I just got a hint for this question. Can you just check with our YouTube chat box? Anyone replied?
Yeah. There are lots of response. Ahalya Jina saying it's a syringe. Biscuit Raja saying it's syringe. All are saying it's syringe.
Yes, I have got the syringe. The answer is yes. This is the syringe, and the candidate and the participant who replied with the syringe, you give her right answer. Yes. So this is a syringe. The fact behind this syringe is in an Indian factory producing around 6,000 unit of syringe in a single minute. You can have an idea where you can lots of opportunity in this sector. The sector behind this, you can have a pharmaceutical sector and the life science sector, where manufacturing, quality control, quality assistant chemist, fitter mechanical, on life sciences, there is lots of opportunity behind this sector also. Dear participants, and Nirod, this is a last question for you, and you can have a chance to get at least one correct answer, right? You got three, you got 2 out of 3 now. This is your last, and the participant, right?
Okay, we are ready for it. Yeah, I know. This is a scooter, and I am going to ride it.
Yeah. So, so did you think this is our only scooter? Can you just check our YouTube chat box again? What the candidates replied?
Yeah, they have replied it's a scooty. Chandra Berali replying scooter, electric scooter.
Yeah. So this is a electric scooter. You can say that e-scooter. Somehow you are right. This is you told scooter, but I can give a full answer for it, full mark for it.
Says Madhuri. Says Madhuri Kolipaka.
But you got a 0. You got a 0.
Right?
You got a wrong answer. 3 out of 3 is wrong. So you are so let's go with the fact behind this electric sector. So India is the third largest producer of electricity in the world, and Ola Electric is producing nearly about 1,000 of e-scooters every day. There is a lots of opportunity behind this sector. It is called Electronic Sector Skill Council, where assembly line operator, manual soldering technician, EMS technician, there is lots of opportunity is available in this sector. So those students who are interested for electrical sector, they can go for it, right? So Nirod and the participant, do you have any queries about like what is this sector and all? Do you have any queries after that, after seeing this pictures
Yes.
and all?
Yes. Actually, the gaming session was really good, sir. I was really excited, and I got 0 out of 3. That's no issue. But my friends over here watching this might be having the same confusion that I have. I learned about different sectors. You told about the automobile sector, you told about hospital sector, you told about e-vehicle sector, all things. But how all these are related to today's topic, that is naps. What is naps? I and my friends also want to know what is naps and what has it do with these sectors.
Yeah. So you have queries about apprenticeship, right?
Yes.
So yes, we have our expert with us, Mr. Srikanth Sinha, who is the CEO of TASK Telangana Academy. Telangana Academy for Skill and Knowledge, a government of Telangana initiative, right? I will just invite Mr. Srikanth Sinha sir to give a brief introduction about the apprenticeship.
Thank you, Dhananjay. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be present amongst all of you here today. Sorry, I'm at Chandigarh airport right now, where I had come here for an education conference along with the Haryana government and ELETS, where we were talking about skilling in schools. And that is where skilling has to happen, actually. Um, Thanks for doing this role play and bringing out the various industries and talking about all the various opportunities. I think today, if we look at it, the opportunities that are there for the youth, it is phenomenal. um, I have closed my camera because there'll be disturbances, and I don't want to, I want to talk to our participants instead of showing my face, which is already looking tired. So the question that we asked our participants was, how many of them actually know the difference between apprenticeship and internship, right? And the thing is, when we talked to the participants, we found out that 71.6% actually are not aware about apprenticeship and what it holds. Today, the thing is that people employ people, right? The companies, etc., employ people not because they know the definition of a screwdriver, but have actually used one. An apprenticeship is probably one of the best methods of getting to know that. If we look at it, 71% students, as I said, were not even aware about it. Only 28.4% said, yes, they know about apprenticeship and others. Can we move to the next slide, please? As I said, well, a lot of you are aware about internship. And that's where I thought that, I must burst this bubble about the difference between internship and apprenticeship. Because a lot of people are confused about it, especially the youth are very much confused about it. And sometimes the HR people are also concerned about it and don't know the difference. So I thought it would be good for us to talk about it. So the very first difference between an apprenticeship and an internship, if we look at it, is the duration itself. Internships are usually 1 to 3 months, while apprenticeship could be anywhere between 6 months to 3 years of time. Yes, it can be anywhere from 6 months to 3 years. Usually an apprenticeship is for about a year in duration. The second basic difference between the two is, if we look at it, that while internship is a very, very loosely kind of a thing, it is more in terms of where people normally during the break go to an industry, work over there. Work means they are put over there in the work environment itself, but they are not given any formal training. There is no mentors over there. There is no coaching given to them. They are not, whatever they learn is on the job itself. While if we look at apprenticeship starts with a formal contract itself being signed. There is a structured training program that is, designed for all the apprentices, etc. The government also promotes a lot of these apprenticeship schemes. In fact, if you look at it, we have the two portals of NAPS and NATS, which is already there existing. And I'll request all the participants post this session to definitely register over there so that they can benefit from various government, central government apprenticeship schemes. Of course, the program that we are running over here today is also to promote apprenticeship. Now, if we look at internship again, as I said, they don't have a mentor. So you are given a task, you are supposed to do it, but no one tells you how to do it. But as in apprenticeship, they definitely get a mentor. There's an individualized training and a mentor provided to them, and they walk the apprentice through the entire program itself. Today, when we talk about, internships, sometimes the internships can be paid, which is just to manage your out-of-pocket expenses. But apprenticeship definitely, it is paid. So friends, when we talk about apprenticeship, we are talking about your over here in college right now, you are paying for learning. But when you are in the industry and you're doing an apprenticeship, you are actually paid to learn. And that isn't that very interesting? And shouldn't you be taking advantage of it? Internship do not lead to any credential as such, but apprenticeship is definitely recognized by the industry, and you get an industry recognized credential at the end of your apprentice course itself. Internship and apprenticeship, both the colleges we work with, definitely give some kind of a credit or some kind of a leeway to people who are doing it. But eventually the thing that we are looking at is how both these can be taken forward along with educational degrees itself. And there was a successful program run by the government called BVOC, Bachelor of Vocational Studies, which is already running. How do you do that? And we will be probably talking about it later on. So let me move to the next slide now, Dhananjay. So as I said, apprenticeship is controlled under a specific act, which is called as the Apprenticeship Act itself, which was created by the government to regulate and promote apprenticeship training in the industry itself. As I said earlier, that whenever you are doing an apprenticeship, there is a structured training program, there's a structured policy behind it. And now I'm also telling you that there is an act promoted by the government itself, enacted by the policymakers itself to facilitate that. Now, this act also promotes using facilities available in the industry for imparting on-the-job, hands-on, practical training with a view to meet the requirement, the manpower requirement, as we just spoke about, right? During the role play, Dhananjay spoke about the various job opportunities that are available. So what is standing between you and these job opportunities today, if you look at it, is actual hands-on training, which apprenticeship definitely does provide you. If we move further and look at it, apprenticeship enables a valuable pathway for the candidate from education towards employment. Please understand that if you are doing an apprenticeship somewhere, then definitely it will act as a bridge for you to move ahead. And what is more interesting is that today, if you look at it, more than 146,000 companies are registered to provide apprenticeship. Companies actively engaging with apprentices is about 27,000. Candidates registered 60 lakhs 84,000. So I think there's a huge potential for each one of you to benefit from it. And I think what this will also help do is, we spoke about, getting, creating a talent pipeline. So it is a direct progression from your college to on-the-job training to an employment itself. Next slide, please. Now, we also asked, people the question, who are there on this call, and we said, awareness, as I spoke about, 71.6% said no, they were not aware. But I'm sure if you look at it, now people would be aware of it. So what is the next step that you need to do? As I said, NAPS and NATS, and you have the links given over here. You need to go ahead and register yourself. The only thing that is remaining between, the gap between you and an apprenticeship is your registering onto the apprenticeship portal. And once you register on these portals, automatically you will be, getting a lot of apprenticeship opportunities coming your way, and you'd be able to benefit out of it. Now, my thing is, please, since you are a well-wisher of your friends also, people who are watching this webinar today, being part of this session, not only you register, but please, today, if you look at it, just 11% of the students who are there on this call today are registered on this portal. So my humble submission to you is, make a good career for yourself, register yourself on the apprenticeship portal so that you and your friends can benefit out of it. On that note, I would just like to move ahead and talk about quickly, and Dhananjay, please, if you could move the next slide, to some of the benefits that you can do that. I think I've already spoken about it, but not so specifically. One of the biggest things that you do while doing an apprenticeship is, of course, gets hands-on training, etc. But apart from that, you learn how to work in a team. You know how to communicate in a team. You know how to give presentations. You know how to make pitches. You will get so many other skills also, which are not are not part of the whole thing, but since you're working in a work environment, you will learn a lot of things. And this, of course, I'm talking about articulation, presentation, communication, critical problem solving, the 21st century 4Cs, critical thinking, communication, creativity, everything you'll be able to get as part of this itself. You will also get to know the first-hand knowledge of how an industry works. In fact, just to give you an example, we ran a program for some of our 500 odd mechanical engineering students, because today everyone wants to join the IT industry. So at Task in Telangana, we ran this program where we got these students who were actually from mechanical engineering, working on the shop floor, getting experience on it. And when I met them later on, before meeting them, everyone wanted to join IT industry. But as you know, any country cannot be called as a developed country unless and until the manufacturing is strong. And that is where we were able to change their minds. Today, the core engineering subjects in our manufacturing sector requires a lot of people. Apprenticeship is just one of the ways for you to get it. You will develop industry-ready skills. You will get a lot of hands-on. You will understand also, and as I said, who pays you to learn? But here's an opportunity where you're getting paid to learn. Yes, people who don't take this opportunity, definitely you'll have an edge over them. And of course, as I said earlier, various programs are there where you can get formal as well as globally recognized education and qualification also if you do towards this. So in a nutshell, I think without taking more time, what I would like to talk about is that, yes, take this opportunity. There are also embedded degree programs that are available. The world is open for you. I would like to end by saying just one thing. If I get a wish today, and if I could choose anything, I would like to be born as a youth today in the institutions where you are, just because of only one thing. The opportunities that exist today for all of you, be it in IR 4.0 technologies, be in all the manufacturing industries, etc., be it in the entire thing itself, job opportunities, the industry potential is huge. So on that note, I would like to wish all of you a very, very best and look forward to seeing all of you registering onto the apprenticeship portal, and not only registering, getting selected, choose the industry and start working with them. Thank you, Dhananjay. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your very much good and effective words for your candidates. And I'd like to welcome Dr. Amir Singh, who is a Pro Vice Chancellor of Madhavi Skill University, who will enlighten us for the Apprenticeship Embedded Degree Program with an overview. Thank you. Please welcome, sir.
Thanks, Dhananjay. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Thanks. So, thank you, everyone, and welcome for the August gathering on the purposeful, very insightful talk that has been arranged. And I was just listening to the previous talk, and I think the foundation of the apprenticeship embedded degree program has already been made, and now I think in my turn I will throw some light on how this apprenticeship and the aspiration for a degree, which is very congenital and very authentic need of every Indian youth, in fact parents who always aspire for their kids to have a higher education along with a job. So how can we plug in both together to have a consolidated and a overall career path which is more productive than any traditional channel or any traditional approach to education. Now, before going further on the platform on the apprenticeship embedded degree program, I just want to highlight 2-3 things. What the current education system some of the gaps which everyone over here is aware about. So currently, basically all the BA, BSc, and BCom, or any kind of regular degree programs which has been prescribed as per the UGC. So mostly which where the college infrastructure is low and the faculty resource and the training facilities are low, most of them who pursue for the BA, BCom, and BSc programs, they somehow end up after the graduation, they look for opportunities. They are aimless about what to do ahead, and somehow they join any kind of professional courses, but they do not have any idea if that is actually relevant for them as for the current industry demand, or is that is what also matching to their capacity and excitement that can land them a good employability career ahead. Now that's a bigger challenge which the 60 to 70% of the youth of today in India, which most of them are in the rural and semi-urban, and they are lying there, that is the challenge. And for the 8 to 10% of the government job, the 60-70% of the crowd, they have aspiration that, okay, we'll do a BA, BSc, or BCom, and then will there is some government job is coming, and we'll keep on trying, and till we'll land at that, or if that doesn't click, then we'll find something else. And in this rotation of cycle, then 3, 4, 5 more years and goes away. And in the meanwhile, what the youth actually loses is the time, and is the energy, and is the excitement and the freshness. And these 4 things usually we overlook. And I think this is something, if properly channelized, this can do really wonder. Now, this is the number 1 challenge that we lag in the current education. Number 2 is any kind of education degree that we have, even now coming to the professional segment. If you talk about BBA or hotel management or any kind of professional sector, now after completion, even all the professional sector providing colleges, they have labs which can give you exposure on something, how it is done. But a candidate need to practice more and more on the real authentic customer and the real authentic production environment and the real industrial infrastructure to claim that he's ready to be hired. Now that is something missing. And now the ground reality is that even the best colleges in India, even the grads from there, the undergrads from there, who after passing out, they even take 2 to 3 years to come to a level of expertise which they can have a handsome amount of earning, even after passing out. So in a way, if I summarize, it takes 5 to 6 years for anyone in India today joining any undergrad program to be a sufficiently employable and to be appreciated by the industry or by the hiring organization. Now this is where is a concern that India, we claim that today that India has the highest amount of youth we have in the world today, and time is a factor that is very important. We cannot just overlook time. Now, how this AEDP, Apprenticeship Embedded Degree Program, is a power pack tool for today's youth, both in terms of minimizing the time interval that is required to be employable, and that to be while continuing the degree. This is the right solution, and we are executing currently from the Medhavi Skills University. We are currently executing and trying to understand where things are, how things are happening, and how things are going on. But before going to that, let me add some more more information on why government after the different kind of apprenticeship schemes, why this and how the structure of the AEDP, Apprenticeship Embedded Degree Program, has been proposed. So basically, this is a integration to any kind of conventional degree program existing in the market under UGC umbrella, whether it is BA, BCom, BBA, or any kind of degree program. Apprenticeship can be integrated to it. So usually what was happening in a traditional environment, that a student after +2, when he goes to a college, he joins a BA, and he just takes through some curriculum and finish and get a certificate and get a degree at the end of 3 years. And then the problem with employability that I discussed, that remains as it is. But here in AEDP, you have a flexibility along with, let's say, for example, a BA with English honors. And if someone gets admitted to BA in English honors, he can take an apprenticeship, or his college or the college or the university can arrange, if it designs apprenticeship embedded degree, they can have integration to 6 months to 1 month with any kind of publishing house or with any kind of blogging or digital marketing, where the English in a more professional and strategic way is being applied. Now, where actually he learns and apply whatever English and creative writing skills he has gained, and the real application of over a period of time, minimum of 6 months to 1 year, give sufficient amount of exposure and real hands-on reality that what works and what doesn't work. And working under the mentorship of the industry people, that is the most important thing, that you get a chance to work with the industry people and work with the real customers, and the feedback is in real time, so that you can know that your improvement is also in real time if you are conscious enough to take a decision. Now, comparing both the thing, if I say, then in a traditional degree, you have very less exposure to industry, or as sir said in the previous thing, you have an internship. In the maximum, in the best case, you can get exposure in the name of internship. However, in AEDP, you have a blended and focused approach in a curriculum design, and a mix of work and a mix of real outcome-based assessment. Here, the assessment is not a test of your memorization skills. Here, assessment is a test of what you can do actually and what you have learned. Now, traditionally, the previous work, conventional education system, after you pass out, you are a fresher, and you go to market and you attend some internship till you get a recognition of a intern, and then apply for jobs and all. And as I said, it takes another 3 years to get a recognition of a workforce. Now, but in apprenticeship degree, if you have a 1 year, 1.5 year real apprenticeship, then you pass with a degree with experience. You are no more a fresher, and you are the best shot person looked after from the industry. They will look after you. You do not have to look after them. Now, higher education, previously it was more for awarding degree and certificates, and now, but now with the integration of apprenticeship and OJT, on-job training and all that, we, along with degree, your placement is being assured by yourself. So university and colleges, they are the enabling bodies, and you have to work. The student has to work on their own, because they are, once they go to industry, they have to be quite self on their decision maker, self-discipline, self-accountability, and self-assessment, lot many self-reflection. So self-empowerment is here. Now, this is more critical thing which we are observing currently while implementing these programs, that our youth is more acquainted with more habituated with the traditional education system. However, when it comes to an abrupt shift to the industry, the industry doesn't wait for you. Industry will run in its own way. As an apprentice, we have to get the pace of it. We have to be adaptive. We have to be disciplined in terms of time. Industry will not is not like our faculty, or like our soft-spoken faculty, or who mentors every day, and who teaches us very nitty-gritties of it, and who runs after it if we do not attend class. This is not what industry is. Industry will revolve. It is current. It is more dynamic. So unless this every candidate, every apprenticeship who is going to industry as a part of the AEDP, unless he takes care of self-control and self-motivation, and that self-aggression is very much essential. Otherwise, because this is more on if someone doesn't go to the store or the hotel or during OJT and misses out things, then the thing doesn't work. Now, can you, Dhananjay, please go to the back slide a bit, please? Yeah, and the good thing and the good part is that after the national education policy, there is a lot many flexibility in the delivery side. So UGC now has made it quite flexible that 40% of delivery can be online, can be different hybrid mode. So lot many self-controlled and self-owned delivery processes has been integrated as a part of instructional design. So online or MOOC-based platform. So those can be embedded into this platform when the student goes to the industry. And usually currently, as for the market practice, different institutions are differently doing it. Some organizations, some institutions are doing it in alternate semester. So student comes to one semester to the campus and the other semester to the nearby industry. Some are completing all the required training and then they are sending to the students for 2 years or 2.5 years or 1 year. And minimum 6 months is the required time for any kind of apprenticeship to come as a part of the degree process. And the good part is that usually students get worried that if I take this degree, then will I be eligible for a government job? Will I be able, if I do a BBA like this, can I do a MBA? If I do, can I have a master's degree? Yes, as per the CBCS model on the guidelines of UGC and AEDP, this the minimum required credit for the core courses that is required in that particular domain is taken care of and needs to be mandated, so that whenever you apply for any higher education or any kind of government job on the basis of your certificates and your degree, you will not your candidature will be as much equivalent as for any other degree. And definitely, I must say that these programs will make you much ahead in your career path, because your timeline of being employable is being reduced through the apprenticeship process. Now, Dhananjay, can you please go to the next? So this is just broadly a comparison of the apprenticeship, which sir has mentioned in the previous discussion. And now the right side is degree embedded apprenticeship. So usually currently the apprenticeship that can be embedded to degree, it is the degree apprenticeship format is maximum to 36 months, which means any program can be designed to 3 years of AEDP, and anyone after 12 pass, you can 12 pass diploma and ITI, they can go and appear these programs. And the best way to go and search for these programs, you can go and search in web that which are the university or colleges who are giving this AEDP programs, or the other way is you can go to the any sector school council's website, because now every sector school council is partnering with different universities and institute to promote the AEDP program. So if any student if they are listening to this program, I will suggest that identify what kind of degree, what sector you want to enter, whether it is management, whether it is hotel management, whether marketing, whether it is science, whether it's arts, anything. And then you try to go to that sector school council, and there you will get a list of university or colleges who are partnered with them to provide this kind of degrees. So then you can easily find a way, and not to say and more to emphasize that during the apprenticeship you will get also sufficient amount of stipend to sustain for yourself when if your industry is outside of your locality or something. So you also get a scope to earn, and your skill certification is done by the respective sector school council. So not only you get a degree, but also you get skill certification from a certified assessor, and your degree will be given by the university, while your skill certification is given by the respective sector school council on the outcome-based assessment. And for example, in the BBA Retail Apprenticeship Embedded program currently, so there is a provision of 50% campus and 50% apprenticeship. So a candidate can complete 1.5 year inside campus, and then they can go to 1.5 year in the store to work and to learn the entire process, or in the alternate semester as per the university mandates it or provision it. However, in the regular apprenticeships, these are short-term programs, standalone, starting from 6 months, 3 months to 11 months to so here there is a correction. And so there you can go and get any kind of apprenticeship and get a certificate program, but not a degree. But degree embedded apprenticeship is, I think, is the future. And again, I request every youth that this is an opportunity, but the current youth needs to be more focused towards this, because you are jumping to industry abruptly, and there is industry's way is not the classroom way. So you have to adaptive to the industry's framework during the entire 1.5 year journey if you really want to excel. Now, I think with this, I think I have given sufficient insight. And from Dhananjay, if you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Amir sir, for a very brief description about the degree apprenticeship program. Yes. So, Nirod, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here. So I have lots of questions to ask you. So I am going one by one. You said about sectors. It's okay, sectors. I understand sectors. Then my question was, what is apprenticeship? And then sir came and said about apprenticeship and internship. I was really glad to know the difference between the both. I was really surprised. Then after that, in going through apprenticeship, I can go for degree also. This is kind of anything for me. So while knowing the sectors and apprenticeship, I'm really happy. But there is a bit confusion. How can I get this apprenticeship? Where is that? Will it be available to me, or I can get it from somewhere?
Yeah. So, Nirod, I think you are more, you seems confused right now. So, giving you some confidence, we have our role model who already completed the apprenticeship program, right? And we have Miss Dimple with us, who is already completed her apprenticeship, and he will share her experience with you, so that you can have a confidence of about apprenticeship, how it's getting, how the students are getting really getting benefited out of this apprenticeship program. So, Dimple, can you just share your experience of apprenticeship? आप अपना experience share कर पाएंगे क्या?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to all the participants. My name is Dimple Prasad. I am from UP देवरिया. मैं आप लोग को ये अप्रेंटिस के बारे में बताना चाहती हूँ. अप्रेंटिस एक बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम है, जिसके बारे में मैंने अपने फ्रेंड से सजेशन लिया था, और वो सजेस्ट भी किए थे हमको अप्रेंटिस के बारे में बताने के लिए, स्किल आपका बढ़ेगा या. तो हमने वो सारी बातें बताएं. उसके बाद से हमने अप्रेंटिसशिप ज्वाइन भी किया और रजिस्ट्रेशन भी किया. और रजिस्ट्रेशन करने के बाद से हमने पोर्टल पे बहुत सारा वैकेंसी भी देखा, और वैकेंसी भी देखने के बाद से हमें ये ग्राम तरंग को ही चूज किया. और ग्राम तरंग में मैं MIS एग्जीक्यूटिव ज्वाइन की, और उसके बाद से मेरा प्रमोशन भी हुआ, और प्रमोशन होने के बाद से प्रोजेक्ट कोऑर्डिनेटर भी. और जो मुझे स्टाइपेंड वगैरह मिलती है, उसमें मैं घर का भी खर्चा चलाती हूँ और अपना भी देखती हूँ. और मैं आप लोग भी सजेस्ट करना चाहूंगी कि आप भी अप्रेंटिसशिप ज्वाइन करें और अपना स्किल इनहेंस डेवलप करें.
Thank you, Dimple, and congratulations for your promotion. Right, you are promoted to project coordinator. So, Nirod, you can see the example of Miss Dimple. How after this, after completion of this apprenticeship, he got a nice opportunity, and he got also promoted for project coordinator opportunity. So, uh, so I think you have your doubt has been clarified and you got a confidence. But still, if I need doubt, so we have an industry expert from Dr. Reddy, uh, Dr. Reddy's hospital. So we have Mr. Satish from Dr. Reddy. Welcome, Mr. Satish, to our session.
Hi, Dhananjay and Nirod. I think that's a very good role play. And I thank Srikanth for giving a good download about apprenticeship. And I think it's a new learning for me. Also, Dr. Amiya has talked about this degree immediate apprenticeship program. I think it's a new of its own kind. I think that has given a lot of insights for me. Also, it's a new thing, I think, to know that. So getting into my context, I think at Dr. Reddy's, we are in a way doing this program since 20 years. So I would like to share what is our journey so far and how we are shaping up this new initiative in the recent changes after 2019. What are the new changes what we brought in our program? So I would like to share you those things. Yes. So it is when we started this program, we are the first in the industry where we started this program. We called it as self-managed teams. So we this program is all about we engage people from rural background, okay, and we hire them through a scientific selection process, a 5-stage selection process, who are basically with 10+2 background, and we try to look at people who really cannot afford higher education, but who has good talent, who has good acumen to grow in the industry, or who want to support their family. So those kind of rural youth, we tap them and we bring them, we proper resourcing after selection, and we give them an community living. When I say community living, it is a hostel kind of environment for about 2 years. So we nurture them in that hostel. We provide them with a higher education. So whatever Dr. Amiya is saying, this is in a way we used to do it. So we give them a higher education. So these guys, they work and they learn, and also they earn. So it's a learn while you learn, and they also get an higher education program. We do it with BSc. We have tied up with universities like B.R. Ambedkar, later with Andhra University. We tied up even with Tata Institute of Social Sciences for BWork program, BITS, and recently Geetam also. So these are the various universities depending on the function where they engage. So we give this higher education program for them, so that it is not that entire life they'll be ending up doing the lower level or entry level jobs. So there will be a career progression for them. So it's an old time engagement what we look at. Next slide, please. So if you see, this is the journey so far. So as I said, we started with one plant at Yanam, which is in AP. It's a union territory. So where we started with 40 members team, and the plant used to be very small, but the kind of because these are all 10+2 youth with a lot of energy. And if you see these people, they delivered entire productivity what normally a plant with 200 people delivers, because that is the kind of training or the kind of focus or the kind of rigor was given. And these people, if you will be surprised to know that within 9 months, the plant has got its ROI. So whatever the investment they have done, they could get it within 9 months. So this is all happened because of the youth what we are bringing, the kind of talent what we are bringing. And now these all 40 people, if you see, they have grown in the industry, they've gone out of our own company, and they even working in various parts of the globe, and they are in which different leadership position. So what I mean to say is that there is a lot of opportunity for the youth if they are tapped properly, groomed properly with higher education skills and all. I think in a way this apprenticeship program is all around it, and when it comes to the youth, I think when they are nurtured and when they are groomed properly, I think they can do wonders. So after this at Yanam in 2002, we even expanded to other plants like Baddi, where we have got another 65 people, and we have done the same kind of approach. And there also there are many wonders. Later, it became a way of take people across all our units. So we have about 16 manufacturing units. So we have started doing this program in all the plants. We started in formulations like tablet, capsule manufacturing plants to even bulk industries, that is the API industry, API plants also. And 2018 onwards, we also took this to the next level, where it is not just bringing and grooming the people. We competed with even with automobile sector kind of industries, where we brought in the concepts like TPM, TQM, and we have taken it to the next level. Yes, next slide. So with this recent change after 2019, the kind of skilling which is happening with the recent changes in the notifications or in terms of the act, so we slightly changed our approach, because all these days we were doing it through SMT route. When I say SMT route, whomever we are hiring, we are only taking 10+2 freshers, and we are training them, and then doing on-the-job training, and then we are deploying them in the shop floor. But with the recent change, what we thought is that because many of the industries might be thinking apprenticeship means only ITI people or maybe technical people. So with the recent changes, I think earlier our Dr. Amia also showed where we can engage even 5th standard to PGs also. So as a program, what we are doing is that as an entry-level strategy, we thought of taking people even with BSc, B Pharmacy, diploma, engineering as a fresh talent, as an apprentices. And what we are doing is that as a program, we are engaging them for about 4 months induction program, where we teach them about what is a pharma company, what are the various verticals in it, talking about the subjects of it, fundamentals of it, train them in proper training center. We have technical training centers at Vizag, at Hyderabad, and at Badi. So we initially for about 3 to 4 months, we train them, giving the fundamentals. After that, we engage them in on-the-job training. So whoever we are entering through this apprenticeship route, we normally enroll them in the NAPS portal. They get enrolled in NAPS portal, and we engage them for a period of 1 year. And during this entire process, we monitor them. They are almost treated like our regular employees. There is no much difference between apprenticeship or our regular employees. They have even get all the facilities in terms of transportation, canteen, any kind of facilities, whatever is there, they are treated equally. And we also ensure that they get trained properly on each and every equipment. And the intent of what we do is that after 1 year, the intent is that all of these people, whoever we are training, we want to absorb them back into our roles. So with that intent, we train them with, and if you will be surprised to know that most of these apprentices, we pay in par with our fresh salaries, fresher salaries. It is not just whatever nominal apprenticeship stipends we pay. We pay much in par with our any fresh talent, what we hire it with regular route. Similar salary amount, whatever is there, that we pay it as stipends to these candidates. And that's how we are trying to build this talent pipeline, and we are trying to build all our vacancies, entry-level vacancies, or whatever the attrition happening. We are planning to backfill with these two routes. If you see, 50% is through apprenticeship route and 50% is through 10+2 route. So this is the approach what we are doing. And so far, next slide. So if you see, this is the kind of success, if you talk 20 years, why we are able to sustain and do it. So far we could train about 4,400 plus rural talent. So most of them comes from very humble background, where parents are vegetable vendors, shopkeepers, mason, daily wage workers. So those guys coming from those families, you see many of them today, they are in managerial positions, where they take care of their families and stay a lot of pride, stating that these are my parents and that's how we have all grown. And if you see, and all these people, it is not that we are giving them just a apprenticeship and some job. They all complete their higher education. So we give them higher education, BSc degree, and after that they even many of them done MSc. And if you will be surprised to know that they compete with our regular BSc and MSc, and many of them have even got gold medals also. They have done PhDs. So that is the kind of an extreme level where we see as growth. And and it is not that we are doing as like a charity. We are in an industry. There is a win-win approach where the company also get benefit because the young talent, the kind of results they give to the industry, and we form as JOSO Horizon circles, where they contribute lot of projects. They do lot of savings with Kaizens. They do lot of improvement projects through green belts, and that's how it's a win-win situation even for the industry. And we also ensure that they doesn't stick just only for manufacturing. We also encourage them to grow horizontally and vertically. They will be multi-skilled people. Even though they started in production, we have seen people getting into IT, supply chain, HR, so various cross functions also. That's how people grows, and we ensure the multi-skilling happens at all the levels.
Thank you.
Next. Anything? Yeah. So with this, I would like to conclude, and to be more precise, I would like to tell that I'm proud. I think that motivates you, most of you, that I am one of those 4,400 plus. I'm the first batch from that. So 20 years back, I too started career after my +2, and later I worked in various companies. This is 20 years journey, and I worked as a HR head for companies like Sri Krishna, Optimus Pharma prior working this. And now I'm leading this program, and I'm doing similar kind of work what I have was undergone 20 years back, and helping many rural youth. And every year, I think our target is that every year we are planning to take at least 350 apprenticeship and 350 SMTs, close to 700 people in this route. And we have plans to increase, and we have many plans that we will bring more diversity, so that we bring more women also into this fold. Thank you.
Thank you, Satish sir. Nirod, you can see a great example. Our Satish sir is the first batch of the apprenticeship batch of Dr. Reddy. And his career is all about his sharing his experience.
It's really nice to listen to Satish sir, and I am very much excited now, as I was from the starting of the presentation, and I will surely tell my friends, and they will also enroll into this apprenticeship program. I'm really thankful to you, Dhananjay sir. But there is one last thing, sir. One last thing. You told me about everything, sectors, industries, and how they are benefited students. But where I need to fill up the form? Is there any form or anything that I need to register myself or get the data of the industries?
Yeah, you can see my screen where I have various YouTube links. Those dear participants, you can see, and you can click a picture of these YouTube links where you can get a registration process, where you can see how the registration is happening. After the registration process, you'll go for a mail ID activation process. After application mail ID activation, you will go for the profile completion process, and you can apply for an opportunity. And then you have to, after issuing, the industry will issue the contract, you have to sign the contract, you have to update the bank details. There's 5 videos you can see by yourself in English and Hindi, right? So you can see yourself and get registered yourself. But for you, I can give a demonstration of the registration process for live right now. So
yes, sir. That will be very helpful for me.
So you seem very excited, right? What is the reason behind your excitation?
You showed me that I can earn money, as well as I can learn and pursue my higher courses. If I'm right now in 12th pass, so I can complete my degree also. And while that time I can earn money, I can support my family. That's really encouraging for me, and that's really a nice opportunity you sir are giving to me. So I'm
So
excited, sir.
yeah, your face is showing you are excited. So if you are a candidate and going for a registration, you'll go to the apprenticeship india.gov.in, and here is the register option is there, and here is four option is you can see four options there: candidate, establishment, third party, and basic training, say, basic training provider. As you are a candidate, just click on candidate, and you have to just fill out this your personal details. I can go for your Nirod. So you have to just write your name over here, and you have to fill your father's name and your relationship status with this is father, and you can mention your date of birth, and as you are a male, of course, you need write over email, uh, and you have to write over your email ID. And then if you want to give our alternative email ID, you can do that. And uh, you have to mention your email ID over here and confirm the email ID again. And you can choose your password and confirm your password. You have to tick over here and submit option. After this is very easiest process. After this process, one email will goes to your email account, right? There, and you have to activate the account. That's it. This is very easy process. After activation, you can log in again and complete your profile. Right, dear participant and Nirod, did you have any question? You can ask, and you can see the YouTube chat box. If you have any participant have any questions, we'll wind up this session over here. Nirod, if you have any questions, you can ask, and you can see the chat box there. Participants have any questions, you can answer the question answer.
All my questions are answered, sir. I
Yeah.
need to check my friends over here.
Yeah.
If anyone having any questions. So I was just scrolling down the chat and I saw a question like a student was asking, can 8th pass apply for this? Can a 5th pass student apply for this apprenticeship?
Yes, of course, a good question. In optional trade, the apprenticeship allowed a fifth class candidate can apply for a apprenticeship program. They can register themselves, and there is a course and opportunities also available for fifth, starting from fifth class student to 10th class, 12th class, ITI, diploma, and degree candidates also. Yes, I'm just scrolling down the YouTube chat box. Someone is asked about the age criteria. As per Act 14 year plus candidates can apply for it, but considering the industry atmosphere, the industry allowing for 18 plus candidate only. Yes, thank you participants. Thank you Nirod, and thank you all the dignitaries over here. Thank you Sikhan sir, Dr. Ramir sir, and Janvi for sharing experience, and thank you to Satish sir also for sharing his experience and all. Thank you all. Thank you team.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nirod and Dhananjay and all. So I request all the participants to go through these details and register themselves in the portals, what Mr. Dhananjay told about and Nirod told about and Mr. Sikansa told about, right? And I'm going to share this presentation with all of you and also this YouTube recorded link, right? And you can share with your friends also, so they should also learn about it. And I can hear so many students are, want to know that after 8th can I do, after 9th I can do or not, so like that. So apprenticeship doesn't mean that you stop your education, right? Apprenticeship is something that will help you, to earn a skill, earn a stipend while you are learning, right? That doesn't mean that you stop education after class 8 and then go for apprenticeship. It is not like that, right? So when you are getting yourself educated, please do your 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and all. If there are some difficulties, for example, maybe for some of us, there might be some issue in family that I need to start earning at the early stage, right? So in that case, if I'm now studying in class 9, I can look for opportunities in the apprenticeship, right, in the portal, and I can apply for that. So I can get an opportunity where, I will earn some money as a stipend, and at the same time, I'm also learning an experience I'm getting from that, and I can also continue my education. So in that way, it is going to help, right? And in fact, we can also have some more information. Can I request Mr. Shamsundar from our government ITI in Telangana? He also can share some, knowledge about this apprenticeship. Maybe that will be also very helpful for us. Shamsundar, sir.
Sir, I am Shyam Sundar from Government ITI Old City. I am apprenticeship advisor still 5 years background. I am work at a Government ITI Old City, Medchal. There also I have done the apprenticeship advisor, junior apprenticeship advisor. Here also I am junior apprenticeship advisor. The most of all, first their apprenticeship seeing only ITI students. ITI students are like they are in curriculum activity also. They told that after 2 years you get the apprenticeship, then we will get the best opportunities. But the remaining peoples, not only ITI, remaining inter, SSC, degree, diploma, everyone should be under the Apprenticeship Act will be implemented. This Apprenticeship Act is 1961 build. That is most probably a lot of amendments are going on. Last year, 2021 also one amendment done. These optional trades and designated trade. Designated trade are mechanical or this designated trade only ITA people's and technical people's requirement. Non-designated trades like optional trades, all 5th to PG people can be attend this opportunity. It will be helpful to national certificate. It will be given to NCVT, any national apprenticeship certificate. It will the overall India. It will be the get on single platform certificate. That's why it will help to the every person in the industries. They are getting the jobs also. They are asking NAC, National Apprenticeship Certificate. You have seen any vacancies in the government, Pancharatan and public sectors, they will give the NAC certificates need. That is the NAC means National Apprenticeship Certificates mandatory. So these opportunity will be the give the government of free of cost. That is utilization of doing the job as well as getting the certificate. Both way it will help. You have the standard curriculum, standard thing. You participate apprenticeship. It will help to the in future also. That is in India working or outside of India also. It will help for the National Apprenticeship Certificate. This is a small introduction for apprenticeship. Thank you, Satyanarayana Garu, given opportunity. Thank you to all.
Thanks, Shamsundar. Thank you. So thank you all participants for your time and for listening to us. So as I told that I will be sharing this presentation to all of you. So the links are available there. Please watch out the links, where to register. And if there is any difficulty, you can always reach out to Mr. Dhananjay, to me. So the email IDs are there. You can reach out to us. Okay. Thanks to all of you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.